Hello and welcome back. Do you want to create some custom shades with Serpinki's triangle which just look awesome and can be controlled using your smartphone with an easy to build app? So, hang on. This video is for you and I will go through the entire process of building and controlling it using your smartphone as well as explaining you the Serpinki's triangle. So, let's get started. Serpinki's triangle is based on the concept of fractals. Fractals are never ending patterns that are self similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop. Now, in the animation, you can see that the triangle states that it is an endless process and this is called a basic fractal. But now we are getting off topic, so let's start with the build. So first step towards the build was to get a piece of wood where I could draw the Serpinki's triangle. So I took my handsaw and a 3 mm thickness plywood and with some effort started splitting a 200 mm into 180 mm wood piece. After I was done, I planned the Serpinki's triangle on the piece of paper and then followed the guidelines, drew it on the piece of wood, then marked all the places where I could fix the LEDs. Then, with the help of my screwdriver, I dented the places where I could drill the holes easily. After every hole was dented, I started the process of drilling holes. After the drilling process was complete, it was time to reveal the most important component, the RGB LEDs. We need approximately 30 RGB LEDs for this build. Now RGB LEDs have 4 pins, one for red, second for green, blue and for VCC. But we also need white LEDs to make our triangle look more robust. So I took around 20 white LEDs. Now let's understand the scheme where to fit the RGB LEDs and where to fit the white LEDs. The white LEDs fit at the places where there are inverse triangles, whereas the RGB LEDs fit everywhere else. RGB LEDs cover the entire except the inverse triangles. I fixed all the LEDs in the inverse triangles as mentioned in the scheme earlier and then started soldering them together, the positive terminal of all the LEDs to one place and the negative terminal, so that we can power it using only one pin. The most important note is that I used red wire for the red pins of RGB LEDs, blue wire for the blue pins and green wires for the green pins, so that we do not mix up in the end. After selecting the color codes for the wires of every pins of RGB LED, I started fixing all the RGB LEDs in place and then soldering all the red pins together, the blue pins together and the green pins. And then the wiring scheme was complete. The wiring scheme at first looks a bit scary, but don't worry, it's a simple soldering practice, but it will take a lot of time. Final step of the mechanical build was isolating every triangle from each other and placing an acrylic sheet on it so that the light gets diffused before reaching your eyes. Let's look at the application for controlling the Serpinki's triangle with your smartphone. At the top side you can see a Bluetooth logo and a label called not connected in blue color. When you click on the Bluetooth logo, you can see a track of nearby Bluetooth devices. We have used here a Bluetooth module called HC05. So when we click on it, the text not connected turns into connected with the pairing of the device and it turns into red color. When we click on any shade, it will be displayed on the Serpinki's triangle as there is serial communication between your smartphone and the module which gives command to the Arduino. So this is how the application works, and as always the schematic, the code and the application for controlling this is given in the link in the description. So go check out. And now let's calm down and relax our eyes with looking at some mesmerizing shades or to a certain extent monochromic animations, and after that we will move towards the schematic part. The schematic is very easy to interpret. The D3 pin goes to the red pin of the RGB LEDs, the green pin goes to the D5 and blue pin to D6. Now the Bluetooth module is connected to the Arduino through the RX and the TX pin or D0 or D1 pins, and the ground pin to the ground of Arduino and positive pin to the 5 volts or 3.3 volts for safety reasons. Finally, let's move towards the programming part. Firstly, we initialize the RGB pins to D3, D5 and D6 respectively. Then in void setup, we write the values of every pin initially to 0 so that all LEDs are initially off. Then in void loop, we start the serial communication and check whether any data is available from the Bluetooth device. If data is available, we write the color pattern according to the received character value. So this was the code and it was easy to interpret, and you can find the code in the description as well. So thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and see you next time.